Morning, guys. A good morning to all of those who tune into the real wrestling coming out of Guyana. This morning we're gonna have a basic talk about greed, the greed of men. You know, a few years ago, I came to Lethem with one purpose: to find out what were the issues of residents and of Ashalton, and I was informed basically on the word of Ashalton, Ashartun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's not Ashalton, it's Ashartun, something to the effect. I was informed, but I came with one purpose: to address issues affecting residents of Ashalton and surrounding communities as it related to the Marudi Mountain Gold mining. Ramala, good morning. I'm doing fine. Suzanne, good morning. Yeah. So this morning I'm here in Lethem and I'm at the airport again. And I remember last night I had a few meetings with Tabu, good morning. Alma, good morning. So I had a few meetings with persons who had issues and concerns they wanted to address. And a few of these people were the same people who were fighting to have the Marudi Mountain open. And they have now since been displaced. Some people are making money and getting gold and opportunities, while others are being sidetracked. I've chosen to make a special trip to Ashalton before the week is out. Give you guys an opportunity to see what that beautiful place looks like, and also address the concerns or have the voices of those people who are far away heard. So let me tell you the genesis of the story. When I first came to Lethem, I made friends with two guys. One guy I referred to as Dalip, and another guy. Hi, morning. Morning. All right. Yeah, but cool. Yeah. One guy I call Junior. Junior Grant is the guy up here who would normally book our flights and all these things. Junior got a kind of a service operation flight. Let's call it. Just book your flights and so on. So Junior has that, and Dalip is a contractor. Both are people who, when I first came to Lethem, they, took me around, showed me a grand time, and persons who I've stayed connected with since. The general issue at the time was the fact that Marudi Mountain was not operating. It was suspended, manipulated and everything else by the last administration. And now the community saw that success and development was right within their reach once they were allowed to do gold mining. So I came down, I heard the issues of people, I did videos, I did interviews, I shared the concerns. Those concerns met the now administration, and processes were implemented and set afoot to have the Marudi Mountain open back. Fast forward a few years on. Now even me, I'm going to be honest, in my pursuit of this opening and the development, and so I was promised, I said, well, you're going to get to you. I said, no, don't worry with me. I never got anything from the Marudi Mountain development. I never cared to have. I have now gone on to benefit more than I had. Morning buddy. I would have gone on to, I've benefited. I've benefited from this country. I've benefited from the people, and that's why I continue to give back. Not with any intent on being rewarded, because of the fact, as we are here today, the main fact that I've been afforded to be a part of a country that for the most part is an upstanding democracy, I feel proud. The main fact that I am part of a country that protects me for the most part, I am happy. The main fact that I'm part of a country and of a people, although we have our differences, we're finding our way, and there are glimmers of hope. Yeah, I'm on the flight, yes. The main fact that no matter our differences, what the issues are, how vile the attacks on each other, there are glimmers of hope for all Guyanese. There's going to be betterment for everyone. Although because of a negative mental attitude, a lot don't see that. But they are going to be. The infrastructural development, better internet, better water, better light, better roads, everything is going to benefit everyone. But while this happens, there are some pockets and instances and cases of men who allow greed to get the best of them. So because of that, because of this Marudi Mountain story, I have chosen to take a special time off to go to Marudi, meet all the residents, and have each and every one of their concerns addressed through having it published. Because you have a case whereas persons, ministers have been reached out to on several occasions, and citizens are not having redress. Citizens are not having their concerns addressed. People are still suffering. Not to say the greed is in one part. The greed would be in many parts. The greed might come from even the poor man who cries. But it is not for me to decide. It is for you, the people, when I hear these people's concerns, to decide. I can only give my opinions, and as somebody saying in the comments, speak for myself. If I had spoken for myself and only thought about myself today, we would have been in a dire situation in this country. If it wasn't for me airing my concerns and the concerns of others, Courtney or whoever just made that comment. I'm one of the first and foremost people who have been afforded the opportunity, have been not elected but selected by the people to air their concerns because of the unique methodology used in what I do. I don't ask you for money to build your roads. I don't take taxes from you. All I do is a program that allows you to air your concerns, the world to hear you, right? So as much as you would want to say different people have different issues and see things differently, the facts are what they are. Guyana is on a path of infrastructural development second to none. Matter of fact, Harbor Bridge, major highways, in my opinion, more than is necessary or needed, but very important because of the fact that at the rate we are developing housing schemes and all of these things, the development, the infrastructural development that is occurring it is more in tune with foresight, with a future vision of what the country would look like by our present leaders. It's the vision of these present leaders you are seeing roll out, because like a major highway from Ogle to airport, a major highway from back road to airport. At this time, what will we need that for? Expansion of the highways to the airport, broadening and expansion of the highway from Georgetown to Borbies. Yeah. No, stop, you go along your way. Me wanna see you. Right? So the banner there, funny enough, knife got circles, right? The banner there is a prolific con man, fat man with Scally. Just stop, come out the vehicle, walk in a store and can somebody. Prolific con man. I've had those experiences in my life. I know these people. That is what affords me these unique opportunities and these unique abilities that I have to see people and tell you what they're capable of doing. You understand? So, me ain't necessarily want to see he in this stage in my life. What going on? What are you doing up here? Do your thing. We can catch up, yeah. See, he come for sell. Don't know. The boss man ain't up on the sides there. He come for sell, and he never got nothing for sell. He rolling around in a bus. There's a man jump in a taxi and drive around whole day, and then put the taxi man on 1-2. Take a 2-pound Marian made milk flour, wrap it up tight and think do the brown scotch tape like if it's a door of food. You understand? And put people in it. This is the experiences that I have, right? Remember as a youth man coming up, there's a kind of thing, people you're meeting and so. And I meet you through a partner named Vikram, right? This, you hear my advice we hear that also? The man would destroy your life, would destroy your trust in humanity. And real nice guy, you know? He speaks well and all that, but he doesn't do anything else than con people. Go around canning people. That's all he does. And funny enough, I could share those experiences that I had with you. Just hearing the voice alone, I remember. You understand? When I chose a path and I said, Bano, me want, Mama introduced me to, and I can't, me want to be part and parcel of people like that. I can remember Davey sat down in the taxi and the man go in a store outside, we there in a taxi in the street, and the man go in a store and kind of man of boots, explain to the man something, you bring boots or something from Brazil for you and thing, and come out with the Nike boots. He's a prolific kind man. The man sit down and see a man, hey, call the man, because he's big and fat, right? Call the man, hey, come. And I says, this man come out, the talk to the man, thing, come back in with 10 grand. Man just see a man. I was like, no, you know your father thing, and pull something out of the wind, man, and then put you in it. You understand? That's what you call a prolific con man. Now, having those experiences, because the regular Guyanese don't know that people like that exist. They never encounter them unless they get robbed. But having experiences with people like that, bear in mind, man, got a smile on the face all the time, well, you know, nice, always positive talk, no negativity, no crying, positive. Makes you feel like he could give you the world. You understand? Having those experiences and know what people are gifted for, funny enough, it fall into the that I'm talking about Marudi Mountain and the greed in the gold mining at Marudi Mountain. The fact that the residents can't get help no matter where they're from. But when I go there, I will talk to everybody. You will hear everybody's concerns, everybody's understanding of what's going on, and you know, get a better understanding, and then obviously the administration will see it for what it is and address it likewise. Right, so let me give y'all a little sneak peek over there. I just stand up at Letterman, and this is the airstrip. This is the Letterman airstrip. Right? You gotta let him. Guest house cross back the way. Just back this way is Brazil. Let me show you. So let me carry on and show you. Just back here is St. Ignatius. Across there's Brazil. It's just a beautiful place. Yeah, buddy. All right. So for the most part, you know, the people here are very united, made up of in this area, a lot of mixed people, a lot of Armenian people, and we're seeing in the background, let me carry and show you some real nice scenery. We're seeing in the background there's mountains. Imagine you wake up. When I wake up this morning, you know, I went out to the balcony of my hotel in my barn suit, and I watching out to the mountain there. You know, I watching down and thinking, boy, you get this big belly by. You understand? Your life on track. You're doing things. You're going places. You know, I felt good. So we're seeing there. This road here leads to St. Ignatius. Beautiful, mostly Armenian community, as you hear the name. And just standing here, just moments away from the airport, that we're seeing there, it's mountains. Right? We're seeing a beautiful scenery. In those mountains, you got the Mokomoko and Kumukumu Falls. Right? Beautiful scenery. Just amazing. You got the kids going to school with a bicycle. You know? Nice. And when you look at this, you realize the world is still a beautiful, interesting place. And can be as amazing as you would like it to be. You understand? So I can get left a little early because my flight is coming in at 8:30. I gotta be seated at least by 8:30. Alright? I got left a little early.
Thank you so much. I watch Critic for 4 morning. You see a car, bro. You see a car. You see a car. Hey.
So most likely I'll be able to let you see the plane land, because the plane comes in this path and then it goes over Brazilian airspace and then come and lands back in Guyana. And when you come to the airport, you could find people selling these arrow and bows and nah, thanks. How much for this? How much? 2,000? Okay, nah. Okay. Let me see before I left. So nice arrow. I ain't want weapons around me, man. Yes. Just like I ain't want weapons farmed against me, I ain't too want weapons around me. So yeah, telling you, as much as Courtney would have his different opinion of what is going on with the development of Guyana and the prospects for all Guyanese, the facts are clear, can't be changed, can't be manipulated. Well, it can be manipulated. That is what opposition supporters and members continue to do, try to manipulate the facts. Not to say everything is perfect, not to say corruption doesn't exist, not to say shortcomings aren't there. All of these things are also matters of fact. But the world isn't falling apart in Guyana. It's the fastest growing country presently in the world of 200 odd countries. And how can't Guyanese see how they're going to benefit, how they could make better for themselves? Why can't Guyanese recognize that? That is because they're being deliberately misled by people who have no interest in seeing development in our country. Aye, buddy, cool man. Right? they're deliberately being misled. And one has to ask oneself personally, what do you want in your life? What do you want for your family? How does one develop oneself in a country? Do you want to be a beggar and a pap and live on handouts for the rest of your life? Are you going to work and do all you can do to educate your children, to bring your family out of poverty? What do you plan to do? I tell you my story where my mother used to tell me, son, don't worry, God will show you the way. I did not believe her, and I left home at the age of 14 and went on about finding my own way. Now I am here today, the Guyanese Critic. Not to say that before that they weren't part of something, 20 odd years of hardships and struggles, work, losing jobs, having problems, getting divorced. Bon dia, morning. Many struggles I have faced. So when people come and talk about the hardships, I too face those hardships. But I now look and have always had a positive outlook. I look at how I can capitalize on diversity. I look at how I can operationalize opportunity. With hard work and dedication, anything can be achieved. And I continually ask Guyanese, how are you going to use the roads? Like you get truck drivers and truck owners. And now I have just the Pui group has just begun acquiring a fleet of trucks, vehicles. And one of the things I'm looking at is how will I capitalize on the new roads that are being built, because truck operators are facing real hardships now. I'm hoping some of them who are my competitors will fall out of the race. But when they fall out of the race, and I now have the opportunity to work trucks on roads that are working, good roads, and I don't have so much expenses in maintaining trucks, then now I have more money in my pocket. At this time, I'm acquiring more trucks to make sure when the roads are completed, I got trucks to make sure people getting sand anyway in this country. We're presently working on creating a stockpile of sand in Borby, since Borby has the highest cost for sand than anywhere else in the country. How do you capitalize on that? You understand? I am presently looking at bringing trailers from Brazil that would afford us the opportunity to be in one truck moving 3-4 truckloads of sand at the same time. That in tune will carry down costs. So when you're running truck sand to Borby's, you're running sand to Borby's by 5-6 loads, one truck pulling. There's the fuel cost a little more than the fuel cost of a regular truck, because more load is more fuel you're going to be burning. But nonetheless, it's less wear and tear, because one truck pulling 3 trailers, they call them, it's like the Australian road trains, where 2-3 trailers are behind one another. And nighttime you just carry it to Borby's and load, you understand, and then drop the price up sand in Borby's and make it affordable for the regular man. The regular man could build a house, I make a fortune off of it. How do you plan to capitalize on the opportunities in your life? That's the discussion. How do you plan to capitalize on the opportunities in your life? You understand? Sit down and wait and beg the PNC. You think the PNC and the PVP could get anything? The PNC and the PVP never had a successful business. That is what nobody pays attention to. How can a government that never ran a successful business, the only reason governments across the world survive is that they have unlimited access to money. The ones that survive is because they have money. Everywhere in the world you go, when you see infrastructure, the price what a government builds a toilet for, I could build a whole house for. You understand? Because of the structures are in place and the procurement process and all the confusion that ensues around the bureaucracy, Time is money. How are you planning to capitalize on the opportunities that exist? How are you planning to use the roads? How are you planning to bridge the gap? It used to be a difficulty to carry things across the river in region 3. Now when that bridge comes there, that bridge will have the ability to take anything across. What do you plan to carry across to region 3? What do you plan to bring across from region 3? These are the questions. How you will capitalize on that? Most people are not looking at it from that perspective. If you think the PNC or the PPP are the ones to guide you and hold your hands and take you, you're wrong. You're wrong. I love fighting the group. Everybody got their opinions. Fortunately for me, success is on my side. My word is like gold. You understand? Cash, you don't have to fight with anybody. You go into the profile and look who they are. You see any doctors and lawyers and big businessmen arguing with me here? When the critics speak, it's from a vantage point of authority. It is from experience. Not every day I am polite to people. I anger a lot of people. But when I speak, there are few that could dispute what I say. Unless for your regular chat back criticism, your regular low life hungry belly gaff. You understand? I've proven myself. How many people can say, you know, some people say Bai is a billionaire in debt. Nonetheless, there are people around the world hoping of being billionaires. We no longer hope. You understand? We don't hope, we do. So there are few people, let's say businessmen in this country, who are politicians, all right. Even the people with great minds that can categorize themselves or suggest that they can critique on me, including Pluckram. Pluckram is one of them. Pluckram has done well for himself. Not as well as I have done for myself. The fortunate advantage that I have. You ready for check-in? The fortunate advantage that I have is the fact that I can share my experiences. I've been there. I can share my experience with you. You understand? You know, one of the things I've done in business and continue to do is ensure that there's a positive paper trail in the financing, how we do business, what we do. So there's nothing surreptitious about my business. And this is because to share honesty and truth with you in writing my book, and I've started writing a book, and in my writings every day, there would have to be some base. You know, the editors are presently editing TBN. Just now we can be editing Tupui. Tupui hasn't completed a year as yet, so we'll be editing Tupui. And to do that, there needs to be records. There needs to be extensive documentation of what we would have done, how we would have acquired our wealth, and all these things to enable us to clearly say, this is what we have done, this is how we have done it. And share our experiences With you. Yeah, yeah, morning, buddy. Plane coming in? 20 minutes. Right. So, again, I have been afforded the unique opportunity not only to tell you, because I am not a Glenlal, I'm not a snake oil salesman, not only to tell you about successes that you acquire, is to show you that I am speaking from a vantage point of experience of the successes that I have attained, I have experienced. And remember, I've been through a lot of hardships and a lot of experience in life. I've been through a lot of ups and downs. Are you going to take that? Now let's be serious. Let's say you are let's say you are a PNC man and you're looking to be successful. But for some reason, you ain't like me hairstyle and you don't like why I say about the PNC. Louis says cuss out the PNC. You don't like the cussing why I cuss the PNC. It causes you to have some disdain for me. Right? You got a better taste in your mouth for Critic. You're a PNC man. But you decide to make a business decision in life. And your options of gaining an understanding of moving forward with this business decision is two options. Hey, morning, buddy. It's two options. You have the Aubrey Norton, opposition leader, and you have the Guyanese critic, who you ain't like. But you know, you see what's going on with he. You know what we doing. You know Aubrey Norton too. You know what we doing. You know where he been, what he's done. Right? And you have to make, alright, morning, you have to make an informed business decision now. How do you make that decision? How do you make that decision? Who do you look to acquire the knowledge? The Guyanese critic, where you got a bitter taste in your mouth for similar as you have a bitter taste in your mouth for your mother. You don't listen to your mother advising you, your father advising you, and you have a problem with authority. Or you listen to Aubrey Norton, who, because he's a PNC man and he's a PNC man, but he doesn't know nothing, never did anything, has nothing to show for what he's done, never acquired anything, never achieved anything, and still in the struggle like you. Who do you listen to? This is the part and time in life you got to make an informed decision. Because you want me to tell you something. Every day I read books. And I read books written by men who I would want to think that somebody didn't like. I would want to think affected somebody in a negative manner. I would want to think that they stepped on toes, because that is what success takes. But I choose not to listen to the stories of those men, because I am not doing the study of human anatomy and human behavior. I am doing the study of the acquisition of wealth, how to attain success. So I choose to read the book, learn from the experiences of the man, and not pay attention to the likeness of the man or caring to like the man. Every great writer would have some shortcoming. Every great writer, somebody would have had a bitter taste in the mouth for them. But me not study the writer. I study the right things, as people say. Do as I say, not as I do. Because somebody can advise you, and when they advise you, they tell you, when you walk, don't walk there. But you saw them walk there. But what they did not tell you, they just give you a premise what not to do. What they did not tell you is that they've walked there many times and they fell. But they've developed an acquired understanding of the direct path to walk within this water. Alright, buddy. They've developed an acquired understanding of the direct path where exactly to walk, but you weren't there when they were falling. You weren't there when they made all the mistakes. And what they tell you, don't walk there, walk wrong, is because they're saving you from making those mistakes that now you see them doing well because of practice. Not to say they haven't made mistakes, but if you saying, can I fall? They say right away, don't walk there. But you see the person, do as I say, not as I do. So again, for the naysayers, who are you going to listen to? Let us say it was true, and as a direct result of the new administration, me having a godfather, I were bestowed with honors and wishes. So you know that billions of dollars was given to me. You don't know that we have an effective company that has been equipped likewise to do work and attain wealth. Those are not matters of fact. And even the people who have won the fortunes of lottos. You remember the stories? Have you ever met anybody that's won a lotto? Have you seen anybody has won a lotto? I know a few lotto winners. They're all paupers today. They all suffer from their own shortcomings. No man who is deserving, undeserving of it, can ever attain wealth. You could inherit wealth, but no man who is undeserving of it, you have to know. You understand? Your mother gonna left money for you, your father gonna left money for you, and you're gonna carry it down. And you're gonna suffer like every other poor man. You gotta know to make, acquire, make, and maintain money. Hey, black coffee? Right? You gotta know for do all them. All them things you gotta know for. So if I can leave something with you today, don't worry the man. Don't worry the madness. Take the message to heart. Keep it real.